Okay, this is Brian Watkins, and you're looking at the tutorial for Pivot Table A7. Now, this is the one I think students struggle the most with. When we have subtotals, what we're doing is we're saying, add up everything that's in the category beverages and tell me what were my average beverage sales and what was my minimum beverage sale, and so on. But for numeric items, which is the sales number themselves, what we want to do now is develop a way to show of these quarters. I have quarter 1, 2, 3, and 4. I have total sales, which looks to be, and I'm selecting the cells and looking down here at the quick total. So I have a sum of 14. I have 4 sales, naturally 4 quarters, and I have an average of 3,545.35. I have a low sale of 878. I have a high sale of 10,000. So how do I print this out? So let's do the pivot table. Insert pivot table. Okay. And what we're going to start with this time are the quarters. Okay, so we're going to put quarters here in our rows. And for each quarter, we want to see our categories. So we're going to put categories underneath quarters because we know that each category has quarters. And then we're going to put our data, or our sales, into the values. Okay, so now, before we do anything else, let's go Design, and we'll put it in tabular form. But what we're seeing is quarter 1 and the categories and the sum of all the sales of beverages. Okay, well, I want to see more than just that. I want to see the average sales of beverages. So to do that, I pull sales down again. I can pull the numbers down again. It will default to sum, of course. But if I right-click on it, and I can right-click either in the value box or on the column there, and I say Value Field Settings, I could say, instead of summarizing them by adding them up, summarize them by giving me the average of all of the beverage information. There we go. So our average of all our sales of beverages was 4,104. Okay, what else can we see? Let's look at our requirements. Our requirements say total sales, average, maximum, and minimum of sales. All right, so let's put this back. And we're going to now do sales again by pulling sales in, but this time we're going to go to Value Field Settings and say give us the maximum sale. And then we'll do this again. Pull sales down. Give us the minimum sale. So I'm going to change this to minimum. All right. So if we go to our beverages, our smallest sale was 179 and our average sale was 4,000. Let's see that. Now what I've done is I've gone to my product sales data and I've put a formula in here that brings out only quarter 1. You don't have to know how to do this. I'm just showing you what the pivot table is up to. And I'm going to select all of the quarter 1 information for beverages. There we go. All right. And if I look at my average down here at the quick average, my average was 4,104.78. So what that pivot table did for me instantly was to figure out all of quarter 1's beverages and give me the average of sales. Okay, we have small enough data that if we wanted to, we could figure out, okay, is the smallest sale 179? There's the 179. I don't see anything smaller than that. So it picked that out. And what was our max sale? Our max sale was 25,000. So that means this Cote de Blaye sold 25,000. That's what pivot tables do. They save you a lot of time and sorting. They do it all for you. Because here we had 42 lines. But what if you had 42,000 lines? Now you start to see how powerful these pivot tables can be. So let's finish it up. We're going to put a format on that, or a style rather, and format our numbers. Let's use accounting again. This time, looks like I'm going to have to do it for each column this time. So I'll do number format, number. In this, in the pivot tables, I don't care if you mix and match your formats. That's not a big problem for me on this one. I do care in our other Excel projects. All right, there we go. Oh, no, got to be careful. When you do number, you have to check the box. There we go. Okay, so all my numbers have the requisite 1,000 commas. I have a style in place, and this is how to use the different forms of summarization on your value fields. These are not subtotals. When they're in columns like this, this is a summarization. Okay, good luck.